Wain이야기, bonjour. Today we are going to talk about wine vocabulary. Sometimes when you go to a restaurant and you might not really understand what the sommelier is talking about because we have our own vocabulary for talking about wine. Let's go. Let's start with vocabulary that everyone knows, not only from the wine but as well from a beauty industry, which is Caudali. Caudali, this very famous cream brand for face, is inspired by wine because they use the seed from the wine. When we are smelling and tasting the wine, we don't talk about 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. We are calling this second Caudali. 1 to 3 seconds will give you the hint of the intensity of the wine. So, when are we using Caudali? It's like for this. You have a wine, and then you do this action. You close your mouth, you exhale the air from your nose, and you start to count. 1 Caudali, 2 Caudali, 3 Caudali. What is Caudali? Is the full intensity of all the balance into your mouth. When you have the sweetness, the acidity, the fruit, the balance, and the tannin. So if the Caudali are 1 to 3 seconds, it's short in Caudali. So the intensity and the aroma go on very fast. If you keep counting, like 4 to 6, or it starts to be a long aromatic wine. And when it's 7 to 9 Caudali, it's like, wow, we are getting like a lot of things in this wine, a lot of character, a lot of intensity. Wow. And if it's above 10 Caudali, the wine intensity and quality is exceptional. Second vocabulary, Apogée. Wine is alive. Wine from the harvest, bottling and drinking time, the wine will keep growing his evolution. The Apogée is the wine curve will do like this, up and down. So the Apogée will be this point here, the top of the mountain. The winemaker give you a recommendation. Or you can drink my wine from 2022 to 2056, something like this. But this is not a very exact science, and that's just only the winemaker opinion. What I do when I buy wine, if I like the wine, I buy 6 bottles. I store in my storage, and then every year I drink 1 bottle. Oh, this, oh, I like it. Next year I try, wow, I like it. The year after, oh, I like it. So I have 3 bottles left. And after the 4th year, when I try, I say, oh, it starts to be done. Then I finish to drink everything that day. Then, oh, for this wine, this is the apogee of my wine. The peak, we call that the apogee. Now we are going to talk about Millésime. Millésime is vintage. So in France, the mention of the Millésime on the bottle is not mandatory by law. So if you don't want to put the vintage, it's up to you, but it's better to have the vintage. So let's say this one is harvested in 2022. So this is a vintage 2022 from Burgundy. Okay, it's 100% Pinot Noir. In Champagne, we have sometimes a multi-vintage. So let's say 2002, which is an excellent vintage, they're not gonna do multi-vintage. Oh, but sometimes 2013, if it's not so, then some maison of Champagne, they blend the vintage together. Then on the mention on the label will be non-vintage, NV. So NV, non-vintage, vintage is the millésime of the wine, the year of the harvest of the wine. One of probably my favorite vocabulary in a wine industry is the terroir. Why? Terroir is where everything begins. So terroir is first cépage. Cépage is the most important on the wine. I don't like Pinot Noir. If I drink Pinot Noir, then doesn't make sense. So you pick the cépage. Cépage can be Pinot Noir, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, etc. So many cépages in the world. So the cépage is the first part of the terroir. Terroir is global, all together. Second, climate. Climate is really, really important. We have oceanic climate coming the influence from the ocean. We have the tempéré, middle of the land. We have the continental climate, which is close to the mountain and fresh. So those climates are really important on the terroir. Next, the soil. What is under is where the cépage grow. So all together, that's the part of the terroir. Topography. The elevation is a meter above the sea ocean. This is very important for the wine. High altitude, medium altitude or low altitude has very crucial impact on the terroir and the global quality of the wine. And the last point of the terroir will be, of course, the human, the hands of the winemaker. The winemaker is the key of the terroir. So let's restart all the points. Cépage, climate, soil, topography, and then the human. This is the terroir. The last vocabulary will be assemblage. I hear assemblage all the time. Oh, this assemblage. But what is assemblage? There is many things. For example, in Burgundy, we will call this monocépage. Monocépage means one bottle, one grape. Bordeaux, my favorite area, is blend country. Northern part of the river in Pomerol, Saint-Emilion, we have an influence on Merlot, but little bit of Cabernet Sauvignon, little bit of Cabernet Franc. This is an assemblage. When you go to the southern part of the river, then you have this Cabernet Sauvignon base, this beautiful grape. Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Merlot, Petit Verdot, Malbec. They plant, mix together 5 grapes. But guys, this is not the most crazy spot in the world. The crazy spot is Rhone Valley. They allow you to blend 13 type of grape. If I'm the winemaker in Rhone Valley and I can put 4 of them inside in a different percentage. But Guillaume, like for example, just Syrah and Grenache, then he can just do 50-50. We are allowed. If you follow the rule and the law in France, there is a lot of area that you can make a beautiful blend. So I hope today my small vocabulary class helped you to understand a little bit more about the wine. If you have any question, leave a comment, let me know, and I will be really happy to explain you another vocabulary. See you next week.